All right, boys. You know what time it is. Oh, it's go time, baby. If you're new here, hey, we're going to have some fun, okay? Let's get into it. The independent woman. This first clip is very important, so pay attention. I'll shut up now.
I've never heard strong independent white woman, strong independent Asian woman, strong independent Latino woman, strong independent Indian woman. I ain't never heard none of that. But we pride ourselves to being strong, independent black women, as if independence is something that we should strive for as a people. Independence is death. Everybody needs somebody. And the reason why we're struggling in our households and our communities is because we think that there's something good about being independent. Black women need black men, and black men need black women.
It's funny because, yeah, they don't. She has a great point about no one else says like white independent women, but they all pride themselves on being independent. Okay, you know. So she had an awesome point, okay? And before we continue into this, I want to think about this, right? This whole self-made bullshit. Guys, all right? Takes two to make a baby. All right? Think about that. Well, sometimes twins.
Majority of my FYP right now is millennials talking about how we'll never ever be able to afford to buy a house and that the housing crisis in America is so extreme. And statistically, they are correct. But also the people that are saying this to me are women who have a full set of makeup, fresh lashes, and a fresh set of nails. And they're like, I don't know how my parents could afford anything. Your mom did her hair in the kitchen.
Okay, beside like the haircuts and stuff, I cut my own hair, but it's beside the point. She, you hear what she said? Her parents, two people. How did they both do it together? It's because they weren't independent. They worked together. Holy shit. And I know things are getting astronomically high. We're going to dive in deep here, okay? Just get ready for it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get deep.
She dyed her hair in the kitchen sink.
I don't need no man.
Oh God, say it again.
I don't need no man.
Say it louder and like you fucking mean it, bitch. I don't need no man.
Oh, she's got the nose ring. Classic.
That's what I thought.
$2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660.
Before Big Daddy gets going here, yeah, well, if you had a man or a partner with you, it'd be a lot easier. Independent, right? Classic. And I get it. All right, I'm not just talking shit about being independent. It's beside the point.
Sadly, this is getting to be the story of pretty much everybody out there. I haven't rented since I was in my 20s, so I've been out of the housing market forever on this shit. But I tried to help my niece get a place about 6-8 months ago, something like that. And she was telling me everything she found was $1,900, $2,300, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, sweetheart, you just let me look for you. There's something out there, $500-$600 a month that's decent. I'll find it. There's not. Like, how? I mean, why? Why did we get to this point? Why is just a decent place to sleep and cook and survive exist? Why is it $3,000, $4,000 a fucking month?
Makes no sense.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Something's got to change.
What are y'all still doing in America? Like, this could be 5:30 on a Thursday night for you if you just book a freaking flight.
Book a freaking flight. You know a freaking flight costs you feel me? $2,000, nigga.
I hate those nose rings, but that's beside the point, the issue at hand here. It's so funny. Like, most people aren't worried about taking a trip out of the country and swimming in a ravine or whatever, a body of water, okay? And like I said, this is important what you remember in the beginning, what that woman said in the beginning about independence is death, okay? Because the harder society is getting, okay, that should be the more people are working together, not working against each other. That's like the funniest part about the whole independent movement. You guys leave your thoughts on that. Oh, perfect. I'm talking all that time. So this dude, older gentleman, if you're new here, I like to read your comments from the previous video. This one had to do with the economy. He goes, I wish people would just take a deep breath and relax. These things, inflation, happen in cycles. He is 61, okay, so 61-year-old. And it happened in the 70s and 80s. Once you get over the shock and awe of inflation and adjust your standard of living, like paying off bills, you can withstand the inflation better. I also went to an inflation calculator. He punched in all his numbers, blah, blah, blah. It was he said it wasn't much different from then. And he goes, and then when you adjust for inflation, the numbers are pretty comparable to today. So stop whining. Okay, well, here's the difference, all right? It's gotten so out of control, right? So I'm assuming this guy's 61. He's probably smart enough to own his house and all that. But if he bought his house a long time ago, you might not know this, but if you buy a house now, you no longer have a locked-in property tax rate, okay? So whenever you bought your house, if he bought his house 30 years ago, his property tax rate in a lot of places is locked in. So it's getting to the point where just property tax alone is getting astronomical in places. And the ratio of people's income to how high things are becoming, no, I'm sad. Thank you for sharing this, sir. I agree with you. The only way we could really battle this inflation is to work together. Forget the independent shit. And I understand it's hard working with people. A lot of people are selfish nowadays, but it is possible. And I appreciate this guy saying something, but apparently you guys leave your thoughts on that, because shit ain't peaches and cream out here, okay? It's getting to the point where, like, if it keeps at this rate, hey, you know, I'll see you, hopefully we're in the same homeless camp together. I'm just kidding. I mean, I hope not.
There's a male loneliness epidemic right now.
Wait, I'm sorry. We're addressing men's issues, so this is a serious matter.
Yeah, says the woman with the stupid nose. I hate those nose rings. Beauty subjective. I get it. I don't get it. But this woman here, who we would judge off rip by the makeup and everything, she actually stands up for men. And the funniest thing is she's talking about men's issues. Well, guess what? Our issues are going to be exactly your issues with the rate the world's going and how expensive shit's becoming. So...
And this is why we don't take feminism seriously. You will wholeheartedly defend a man who puts on a dress and claims to be a woman, granting them access to our spaces and taking away opportunities from biological women. You have zero qualms with defending their mental health and demanding that society be nice to them. Yet, the lonely men that you're making fun of make up for 75 to 80% of the self-unalive rates in this country. We live in a society where mental health awareness is so prevalent, yet men are still being ignored.
Yeah, like this gentleman here who reached out to me on Instagram. If you guys want to be featured in the videos, Instagram's a sure place to do so. Drop that fly. He goes, this is from Christopher. He goes, hey, Jack, just found your channel and watched the Woman's Fantasyland video. Glad you enjoyed it. He's a physician in Austin. Okay, he's making bread. He actually does make the kind of money these girls talk about. You know, like those classic girls where it's like, how much does your man need to make? And they're like, $500,000 million. So he's balling, and he goes, but with all of the horseshit nonsense brainwashing out there these days, aka I don't need a man, independent, INDEPENT, that's me. He goes, I'm not optimistic that I'll ever find a quality woman. Keep up the good work. And we talked briefly, and I told him, look, man, there's still good women out here. But I mean, do you blame him for feeling that way? I mean, the way some of these women talk, and it doesn't help it, because then the men go, why would I do that? And then everybody just wants to be single at this point, so it's really not helping anybody. But there are still good women out here. You just have to listen more than you look, if that makes any sense.
Who in the hell fought for women to have rights to go to work? I want to know. I want to know who it was. Maybe if I knew shit about history, I would know. But I don't know shit about history, and I don't know who it was. But whoever it was, fuck you.
Well, me for one, I'm actually glad that they're all working, because whoever's my girl, well, I have a girlfriend, but yeah, you better work, because shit's expensive out here, and you're paying half. Love you. This girl goes, I make $50K a year and have a $900 a month car payment. Wow, idiot. Sorry. Can I just wait? She goes, can I qualify for a $500K home? Yeah. By yourself? No, you can't. But if you had a partner, you probably could. Independent, right? It's classic. So, prime example.
Can everyone just like chill the fuck out with like the having kids and like getting engaged shit? Like, I get it. We all have like different life plans, but you guys are stressing me the fuck out. Like, you're making me feel like I'm behind. Like, why is everyone like just popping kids and buying houses and rings on the finger? Like, dude.
I don't know about all the people she's talking about, but if these are your direct friends, that means you have good friends. And they're getting married and they're getting houses. So you're on the right side of the fence. That's the funniest part that she doesn't even realize. Because we got people out here, I don't know about you guys, but shit's rough out here. Okay? So she doesn't even realize that she's actually in the right environment. Or maybe she's dancing on both sides. Dancing with the devil. I'm just kidding.
What? Like, I haven't even gone on more than 5 days.
We don't care. The women don't care. Because we've decided as a majority that we're going to live like Golden Girls. That's what we're doing. Yeah. You men should get together and talk about that. Solve it. I'll give you a hint. It's therapy. Because you're the worst.
Fucking bitch. Yeah, and unfortunately, she is going to live like the Golden Girls at the rate things are going because everyone's going to need 7 roommates, you know, in the next 30 years. If prices keep going the way it is. Golden Girls, yeah, good luck with that. Women have hard enough time being friends with each other. Not all of them, no offense, but you know it's true. This dude, this is a good one. He goes, new subscriber, love the channel. My 15-year-old daughter and I watched the show for her. Wait. He goes, love the channel. My 15-year-old daughter and I watch your videos to show her perfect examples of how to act from the delusional women who are shown in these videos. That's all. I'm a bit risky, but I'm glad she's able to learn something from these. We live in Palm Beach County, Florida. Hey, that's where I live. And they love it here. I do too. A bit expensive, but I do love it here. We go fishing and snorkel as often as the weather includes. She says the girls in her high school are just as delusional as the grown women. Wow, that's sad. Due to social media and the entertainment these days, are completely out of touch with reality. Most of these 15 to 16-year-old girls have already lost their virginity at 11 or 12 and have been with more guys their own age. It's really sick and wrong. Yeah, and it looks like it's all just caught up with each other here because everything's just sex. That's awesome that we have a guy here looking after his daughter, and there are still good women out here. That's what I'm trying to say, but it has gotten really bad, and you know it's good parenting right there. She's lucky to have her father in her life. I love reading the negative comments. This guy goes, stop being a narcissist and just go full screen with the actual content. Yeah, go suck several dicks. And why don't you go curate your own content and make your own Instagram account, fuckhead. And then this lady goes, as a woman, I am embarrassed. Well, don't be too embarrassed because this guy is here. The video got messed up. Don't be too embarrassed because this dude here is not making men look too smooth himself. This is funny. This is ridiculous, but it's the kind of shit we'll do for money nowadays.
Increasing grip by 7%. We are locked in. Thank you for over 160 glizzies and doing glizzy overdrive.
God, I want to break something. All right, this is the last clip, and this one's important. Okay, remember the first clip in the beginning, independence is death. And this is the other side of the spectrum that we have headed down. End of the video, we're going to wrap it up.
Back.
By 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 will be non-married, no kids, single.
So what's wrong with that?
So you might say, well, what's wrong with that? If you think that you're going to genuinely be fulfilled in life because you made money, best of luck to you.
Okay, so he had one perspective. I'm going to give you another. And this one's coming from an actual woman who was single and child-free and fulfilled. When I was a little child in the 70s, my grandmother and her two sisters, all very well-educated women, especially for that time period, looked at me and said, never depend on a man. And I was like, I'm 5. But what they were trying to instill in me was that my independence was important. They knew that a good education, especially at that time, led to financial freedom. And when you have financial freedom, you make better decisions for your life.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys are new here, and for you that have watched the college loan payment video that I made with everybody who got degrees that didn't work out for them, it looks like it's not working out too well for a lot of these people. And your grandma and her sisters, your aunts or whoever they were definitely single, and they have now helped fuck up society as a whole. And it's all good. Do you? You want to be alone? You want to do that? That's awesome. You do that. I'm not trying to say that's bad. All I'm trying to say is shit's getting out of hand. And unfortunately, you're either going to have to go golden girls with it or golden boys. And there's going to be very few people that are going to be able to survive purely on their own. So you guys leave your thoughts on that. Tell me if I'm crazy. All right. This woman left a nice, very good comment. She said she's a 58-year-old woman. She's been married 27 years. Back in her day, women were raised to respect men and recognize all they bring to the table. She goes, I have a 25-year-old son, and I am terrified. Please, Jesus, bring one good girl to my boy. Well, you know what? One just might show up right at your doorstep, okay? I'm just kidding. Just selling cookies. No, I'm just joking. That sounded like a bad joke. I didn't mean that. Yeah, you guys leave your thoughts. Am I tripping? And I understand. Like, we're going to wrap it up here. I get the independent thing because nobody trusts each other anymore. Girls don't trust guys because all they do is cheat. And then guys don't trust girls because all they do is cheat and want money. That's all they care about. So it's really helping nobody out. I mean, you tell me if I'm tripping out, okay? Guys? Anyone? Anyways, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I appreciate all the new people here. Okay? Thank you so much. The channel's come a long way. Having a great time. And yeah, I'm going to be at a bachelor party while you guys are watching this. My brother's getting married. And, have a great weekend. Happy Saturday. All right? Good talk, okay? Remember, guys, man with no bills is a rich man. And a man with a good woman is a rarity. Okay, later.